Just quickly, Nottingham Forest are reportedly considering a January bid for Brighton striker Evan Ferguson.
I think there's a load of teams. I'd take him at Arsenal on loan.
Yeah, he wouldn't start to be a part of the squad.
No, I think it'd be low. I think there are loads of teams, top to bottom.
I agree with you. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, even like, see Man City, for back up to Haaland.
Yeah, okay. I mean, he's going to learn bundles there.
Exactly.
And Pep will turn him into a great player. Just ever so quickly, Teddy Sheringham has just texted me. He says, "Hi, mate, can you give a shout out? Some sad news today. Mill's best ever manager, John Doherty, has passed away after a 2-year battle with cancer. All the players from his time at Mill were hoping to see him one last time at the game on Saturday, but it didn't happen. What a man, what a legend. R.I.P. Doc." So there you go. Sad news. And our thoughts and prayers, of course, go to his friends and family. An absolute superstar there at Millwall. Right, Ipswich gaffer Kieran McKenna, he spoke to the media last night following his side's 1-0 defeat to Palace in the Premier League and was asked about their poor run of form at home. This is what he said.
No, we're not happy about it, that's for sure. But it's not in my nature to get down about it, to be honest. It's it's a challenge, it's a battle, it's what the season was going to be. None of them are going to be given to us. Each one's tough. It's going to take a big effort to win any game for us this season. But we feel that we're capable, and we've shown in plenty of moments that we're capable.
There you go, Kieran McKenna. So it's time now to hear from you, the fans. Thanks to our friends at 3.
The 3 phone-in on talkSPORT with 3. Football needs a big network. Keep connected to the team you love on 3.
Let's go to the phone lines. 037172223. The is the number that Louis has dialed. Hi, Louis.
Hi there, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, never bad, thank you, never bad.
Good. What would you like to say?
I think you're talking a little bit of nonsense about Kieran McKenna, to be honest, Andy. I think when you look at Championship teams coming up and the moment they come up to the Premier League, providing they compete, I think that makes the manager unsackable purely because of the golfing class from Premier League to Championship. Now, to further my argument, I'd also say to go from League One to Championship to Premier League and still be competing in the Premier League, which they are doing in games, they're not getting smashed, they're competing. I feel like that literally furthers his foothold in the position of manager of Ipswich, basically.
Okay, I'm not saying sack him. I'm just asking the question, why aren't we asking the question? That's all I'm saying. And you're right, what he did in League One and Championship is unbelievable, but we're not in those divisions now. And there's a big
boy league.
Yeah, but there's a big step up between Championship football and Premier League Premier League football. And sometimes players can do it and sometimes players can't. Sometimes managers can do it. Sometimes I'm just asking the question. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, well, no, I think he is unsackable because they're competing. If they weren't competing, if they weren't in games, then I would say yes. But you've seen them against United, Spurs. They are fighting, and he is getting a tune out of them.
Agreed.
It hasn't got the quality that the Premier League other teams have.
Let me ask you, if they are bottom in March, still okay?
Yeah, I think it's the same kind of principle with Rob Edwards at Luton. Luton were competing last year. They still got relegated, but they competed, so he deserves to stay on for competing. Because they don't even have the budget that some Championship teams have.
No, okay. Good points, well made. I mean, Luton spent 6 million. Ipswich have spent about 100 million. But, the comparison to Luton, I get that. It's a good point. Blake's up next. Hi, Blake.
Hello, gentlemen. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Right?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Very well. I think Kieran McKenna and Pep Guardiola arguably are the only 2 unsackable managers. I think everyone else could just, if you think about it, if Arteta loses, I don't know, it never happened, but say he loses 10 in a row, you really think Arsenal would look at that and go, Whereas McKenna, Ipswich, they did a fabulous job going up. No one is going to deny that, but they didn't expect to be here this year. So what do they lose? What do they win, by sacking McKenna? McKenna is the most likely, if they were to go down, to bring them back up the year after. So I think everyone else, they gain more by sacking manager. I think Ipswich and arguably Man City lose more.
Okay, good points. You're saying the only 2 managers in the Premier that are unsackable, one at the top and one near the bottom?
Well, obviously, in certain circumstances, I'm not saying if Arsenal drop to 5th, Arteta's going to get sacked. If there's a run of form, 10 games where they lose, maybe 15 and all come, but they don't win any games, I think Arsenal will be looking at that thinking, right, there could be someone else we get in to fix this.
Okay, you think Emery could go, do you?
Once again, if their form continues and say everyone else does a little bit better and they start losing some games and they get around 17th, 16th, I think there's a conversation to be had.
Okay, so you make a good point. So basically the way to say it is The only two managers where their club's form is irrelevant are Man City and Ipswich.
Correct. Ipswich, because McKenna will have the connection with the players, can relift them next season if they are in the Championship. Pep Guardiola, you just have to give him the credit he's done. He's all the Champions League, the Premier League and whatnot.
Blake, what a great call. Thank you for that. I mean, that's an unbelievable statement, right? The only two clubs where form is irrelevant.
Yeah, I think Thomas Frank as well is.
You have to put him in the mix.
I think you do, yeah. But he made some good points about Ipswich and the last couple of seasons and what they're doing.
Gordon's up next, also an Ipswich fan. Hi, Gordon.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, all good, thanks.
I don't know if you heard the last call. The only two managers where their form is irrelevant. What do you make of that?
A load of rubbish.
Okay.
Not being funny, I think any fan for a team that's just been promoted, if you're realistic, you just need to stay up. Whether that's on goal difference, we just want to stay up in the league. So, as an Ipswich fan, if Ipswich stay up on goal difference at the end of this season, I'll be more than happy. So, don't get me wrong, we all want to play great football. Ipswich are playing good football at the moment, barring last night, but we're not getting the wins, like you said. Kieran's done some great work over the couple of years. I think due to that, as an Ipswich fan, you want that loyalty, so you don't want him to get...
Sure.
You want that free pass.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Gordon, because we had it with Leeds fans and Bielsa, and I remember saying to Leeds fans, would you rather go down and keep hold of Bielsa or stay up and get rid of him? And the majority
it was either stay up with Jesse Marsh or go down with Bielsa.
Yeah, and the majority said go down. If you had the option, if you could go down with Kieran McKenna and start again or stay up with another manager, what one would you choose?
If we didn't have VAR, I'd stay up. But no, all joking aside, you want to stay up, surely.
Okay.
Ipswich have, how many years have we not been in the Premiership, so you want to stay up.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, be realistic. Kieran McKenna's not going to be at Ipswich in 3 or 4 years' time, is he?
But you know, but I'd like him there for the next 3 or 4 years. So I think even if Ipswich go down, I'd rather the journey continue with him until that time is over. Even if Ipswich stay up with no. And McKenna,
okay.
He's at the forefront of what's going on.
I thought that the caller before him, a fascinating statement. The only two managers with forms irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay, you going to put 3 in that? City, Ipswich, Brentford?
There's a few.
Forms irrelevant.
I think there's a few where the manager would have to fall off a cliff, literally, like before a sacking. But Emery, no chance. What he's done,
I agree with
this is their first period, his whole entire Aston Villa tenure.
Form irrelevant to Villa this season.
I won't say it's irrelevant, but there's going to be no fans to push him out. They'll be disappointed with what's going on, but not Emery out.
Okay.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.